Um, I just wanted to give a little rant on AEW. It seems like AEW is becoming like what TNA was in 2010. They're hiring all these former WWE stars that are basically past their prime. They're not going to draw anything. They're not going to do anything in the ratings. I personally never liked Bobby Lashley or MVP. I always liked Shelton Benjamin. I thought it was cool they brought in Myro and Mercedes Moné. Those are people that I always liked, always thought were good workers. But AEW is just like becoming like a retirement home for WWE stars that have passed their prime. The thing about AEW is that Tony Khan doesn't book things right. He brings in people, he just jobs them out, has them sitting on the sidelines, which is cool. Hey, you make an easy buck. But when AEW first started, man, they had like the best indie wrestlers. They had Jack Evans, they had Angelico, they had the Young Bucks, they had Cody Rhodes, they had the Lucha Bros. They had all kinds of great talent, and it was almost fucking fire, man. They were beating NXT in the ratings, and then all of a sudden, Tony Khan just started having a little power trip. Tony Khan reminds me of Dixie Carter a lot, because Dixie Carter would hire WWE rejects, push them, and they did nothing for the ratings. And I think TNA's ratings were better than what AEW's doing now. So it's just, man, it's frustrating. I wish TNA had like a better promotion. I wish they were like on a top network TV, and because they got a lot of talent and they booked the wrestlers really good. And I like TNA's booking so far with the X division, the women's division. I like they picked up, Xia because she's so talented. But going back to AEW, man, AEW was doing things out of nowhere. They were doing high spots. They had a badass tag team roster. They had fucking luchadors. They had women. I mean, awesome. We had Shida, Rio. You had Nyla Rose. You had all these great workers that, it was new, something fresh. Mercedes Moné, I love her. She's a good worker, but she hasn't done nothing in ratings. I mean, you brought in Andre, whatever his name is. He put on good matches, but nothing changed. You brought in Myro. He was fucking over. Never done shit with him. You brought in Keith Lee. He sucked ass. He never was going to draw money. Paige is another one. I feel like Paige was a waste of fucking space. She, you know what I mean? She's not a good worker. Never has been. When she did her anti-diva role, she was cool. But, that's just the reality of wrestling today, is that it sucks. It's just dead. Triple H ain't doing any better than WWE. Maybe he's doing it a little bit better, but it's just about the same thing. It's not like the NXT golden years when he had all that talent and he was creating something interesting. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they're making money. I mean, it's just me as a fan saying straight up how the truth is. I wish AEW would like push more guys like Beast Mortos and, tag teams like Private Party and, someone like Angelico or someone like, like Shida. There's so many, Deanna Perroza, I think that's her name. You could take something fresh. Why do you got to hire all these WWE cast-offs? They're not doing anything in the ratings. MVP isn't going to do shit. Neither is Bobby Lashley. Shelton Benjamin, he could go. But the rest of that roster sucks ass, But anyways, that's all I just had to share.